add it in the chat. I know that we got a question right now in the chat. Are there any emotional hardships you faced when starting your entrepreneurship journey that almost discouraged you from continuing your entrepreneurship journeys?
Wow, I am so glad this question was asked because I almost forgot to talk about it. And I actually been thinking through a lot on how to share where I'm about to share right now, which is that starting a business takes lots of sacrifice. It takes a lot of sacrifice, and it's also sometimes a lonely road, specifically when you're trying to grow and you're trying to put this business together, right? Like, one of the things that kept me like on the hustle was because it's in me, right? Entrepreneurship is in me, but also I didn't want to look like I was failing, right? And so I had this fake it till you make it kind of mentality that I don't anymore, but I did at one moment. And that was very hard to have, because by me faking it, right, that I was, doing all these things and becoming this successful entrepreneur when I was having the sunglass business, and I was making it, right? By doing all that, when it came to the moment where it's like, no, you're not making it no more, and it's either you have to close or figure out how to continue this business, it was hard for me to realize that I had to just say, you know what, this didn't work, it failed, and I need to move on to the next thing. That was very hard, but it wasn't as hard as what I'm going through now, which is having staff, having a team, having all this pressure and all this weight on me of making sure not only that this business succeeds, but that other people get to continue to be employed by me, that we continue to grow and scale. And so right now, the stress level that I am at has been the most that I have ever been in my life. It has been, these past 6 months have been the most stressful I have ever experienced. Stressful, so stressful that I have thought about just quitting entrepreneurship altogether and just saying, you know what, I need to go back to my 9 to 5 and just work for someone and not have any of the responsibilities, not have any of these pressures on me. But usually that lasts for about a day, and then it goes away. And it goes away because then I'm reminded of just the fruits of the labor that come after the hard work, and after these scary moments, and after you not knowing how you're gonna get through it, but then figuring it out, and then surpassing that, and really getting to see that you got it done. Those moments, the successes are what keep you in line and what keep you moving forward. And so, although there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of not knowing where the next thing is going to come from or how you're going to make the next payroll, there are also a lot of very triumphant moments where you're like, you know what, I am so proud that I was able to get that contract. I am so proud that somebody learned from my mistake or from my journey or from my next steps. There are very, very proud moments in entrepreneurship. And there's also a realization that entrepreneurship is going to lead to a viable option for us to build generational wealth. And that's what I'm hearing. That's the game I'm in. And so I'm glad that you all took the time to have to be here and to hopefully learn something from me. But yeah, hopefully I answer that question. I think there's one more question.
Yes, I think it's just more of a comment, but feel free to mute yourself. But they were mentioning, Jennifer was mentioning that they have a specific idea and now are inspired to pursue that idea. That they appreciate your presentation. So hopefully more businesses to come. And I appreciate the realness in your answer, Alejandra. I know that business and entrepreneurship itself is not always this this golden straight line that goes across. There's so many things that happen in it. So I appreciate the transparency in that answer. But we do have, it is 6 o'clock, so I also want to be respectful of everyone's time. But if anybody has any questions, any last minute thoughts,